John Dickinson, 95.7 The Game. Damian, what were the Warriors doing defensively tonight to make things difficult for you and your teammates?
I think they gave a lot of attention to the ball when I was coming off screens. Even when I was in isolation situations, I was seeing 2 and 3 people. So, I think that was obvious, that they were trying to make things hard for me just by making me see bodies and sending 2 guys at me sometimes. So sometimes I couldn't even get an attempt up, even if I was trying to force it. But they did a good job tonight defensively. And, even when I was trying to find guys, they were getting deflections just because it was a crowd. They were making me play in the crowd. So I thought they were successful at that in this first game.
Damian, Janie McCauley from AP. What can you guys do, adjustment can you make to maybe get, a hand in Steph's face a little more, make it a little more difficult for him to get that shot out?
Yeah, that was very poor execution, defensively on our part. Just having our bigs back that far, understanding, the team that we playing against, they're not going to shoot mid-range jumpers and try to attack the rim. If they see an opportunity to shoot a 3, they're going to take it, and they shoot it at a high clip. So we got to bring our guys up and run them off the line. And tonight we were, they were setting solid screens and they coming off, shooting practice shots. And, that's the last thing we need if we want to have any chance to, to beat this team.
Damian, Bruce McGowan with KCBS. I know this is, you're at the highest level, but you're coming off a very emotionally, gut-wrenching win over Denver. How tough is it to kind of summon up all that energy and all that enthusiasm again just 2 nights later when they've had a little extra time?
Obviously it's a little bit difficult physically, and a little bit emotionally just because I'm excited about being in the Western Conference Finals. You just, win 7 games, got 1 on the road, and, you're excited about that, and then you got to come straight here, right from Denver, and start prep and get ready for the best team in the league right now. And it's tough, but, once we lace our shoes up and put our uniforms on, it's fair and square. You got to go out there and handle your business. And I thought our minds was right. We came in the game ready, but they're a team that, they go on runs, they make shots, and the game can get away from you. So tonight, we had too many moments where, we had slip-ups defensively, 20 turnovers that led to, over 30 points. And you can't allow that. If you allow that against this team, especially on the road, you're going to have a slim chance to win. So I think it was more about that than the series that we played previously.
Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. Well, it's only 1 game, though, Damian. So
Absolutely.
What do you guys got to do, to prep for the next 48 hours to put in a better performance?
I think we gotta, go look at it. I haven't watched the game. Obviously it's fresh, so I remember a lot of things after the game that I could come off the top of the head, but you forget a lot of things as well, And once we go back and look at it, see what we could do better offensively to take advantage of the way they're covering what we like to do, our pick and rolls, our actions out the corner, our pin downs, just see how we can be more effective, in the things that we do based on, what they showed us tonight. But I think the main thing we'll talk about is the adjustments we need to make defensively, guarding them coming off all those screens and taking care of the ball, stuff like that. Like I said, if you turn the ball over as much as we did, as much as I did, with how much I had a ball in my hands, not valuing it enough, it's going to hurt you. So I think we'll be addressing a lot of things on both ends.
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Damian, you mentioned the challenge physically of turning around that quickly from a Game 7. How are you feeling physically, and specifically it looked like you were grabbing your hammy a little bit. Is there any issue there?
Physically, I feel pretty good. I think this year, more than any other year, physically, I feel strong. I feel healthy. I've been training nonstop in the weight room and on the court, just keeping my body strong, and I feel as good as I've felt to this point, in my career. And just my hamstring, I just got kneed in it. It wasn't like I came up on it or nothing. I got kneed in it, so it felt like it bruised a little bit. So, that was it.
Damian, Paul Antunes, ESPN Brazil. Damian, can you speak to the emotions that you feel in this series, coming back home to Oakland, conference finals? Is it something special to be able to play here in your home city? Is it a distraction? Can you speak to that, please?
I think the situation is special. Obviously growing up in Oakland, growing up a Warriors fan, and this being the last year of them playing in Oakland, all of those things I think is special for those reasons. But for me, it's not my first time playing against this team. It's not my first time playing here, so I wouldn't say it's a distraction. I think it's a bigger deal to everybody else than it is to me. Everybody else wants to talk about it and make a big deal out of it, but I'm just here to play basketball. I see and talk to my family all the time, so it's not like I haven't seen them since I've been in the NBA. We just trying to win a series, and all the extra stuff that's coming from everybody else, not me.
Dame, kind of on that Nick Ruppy from Fox 12 in Oregon. It's almost like a family reunion every time you come here, man. But even just talking to your brother Houston, man, I mean, it's a good reason to come back together, to be back here in a place you guys are obviously so familiar with in this arena that's going to be closing down.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's part of what makes it special. I'm from here, and I think just me being so close to here, I can walk home from here if I wanted to. So that tells you how close it is, and just growing up around so many of these people. The Warriors weren't always the Warriors that they are today, and a lot of the people I grew up with, a lot of my friends, they're fans of this team. So when I come back, it's a little bit of, it causes problems. And it's special. You see the faces in the crowd. This is the only place where because I don't pay attention to the crowd, but in the game, I'm running down the court, and I just look one way, and I'm recognizing people left and right that I know, that I recognize the face that they probably got my phone number. So it's kind of weird, but I mean, I think that speaks to how special it is, to be home and be able to play in front of all these people.